You're live. There's no camera. You're live on Twitch and then B1 on live. On Brandon, Brandon, I think not. It's 11:28. What's up, everybody? What's up, my 33 student spawners? One of them's in the room right now, so 32. For real? You saw that? Or you saw that? Oh, anyway. No, I only have 33 subscribers, so if by chance all of them check this out, right? It's like. It's too tall. It's just not very. I don't know, like. It's easy. They're gonna show the cat. It's easy. Yeah. Right now? Walk closer to it. What? To it. Any closer crosshair. Like right there. It still doesn't show. Give her out. Further. So what? We can't. We don't just like why is that permanent? It's not permanent, but it's like it's supposed to be this way. But I think it's because of the way you're having it with both sides. Or you're supposed to be able to move it. I know not everyone's phone will allow them to move the screen. You're supposed to. No. Again, sorry. It's like we didn't have it where it's two different views. It was just one before, right? That you were able to control. This is more preset camera, you know? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. We'll still it. We'll do another. Thanks. Or not. But anyway. I'm gonna try the other one, like the next one. We can go around in it. Yeah. Not full 360. Now it's like that was just 180. Now it's just the other one. You know what? Cool. It does like if it follows you. It's 10. But it's good. I don't know how to set it really, but how come the mouse fit wherever you? Oh, you did that over there? I did. What's this? I didn't do that. You didn't do that. No, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Taco. Oh my god, look at us! Oh, apparently I've been doing this whole thing all the way down. We're supposed to just rinse, soak it in baking soda, and then rinse it with apple cider vinegar. I've not been doing this. Somehow I have to share this with people. All I got is the Facebook news feed and Instagram chats. We mean that's all you have. Also changed. Also changed it to 300. 300 days. Yeah. 300 days. You changed it to 300 days. I don't understand. Audio quality is very not good. So the audio quality is not good. That's why I assume so. For which one? Big one? For your probably everything. Wherever the audio is coming from right now is not. So what are you watching? Echoing and like a reverb or something? No, it's just the microphone isn't good. But I'll say it. Like I don't know what exactly it is, but it's just very pitchy or like high pitchy at moments and echoey, and then like it's all. But it's just if it's hearing this, it's hearing that. Hearing it again. need to have many viewers like for the first like 2 days on like I feel like that should just be really just keeping it live, adjusting it to whatever you want. However, the questions pop into your head, like, can I make it better? And then as you make it better, then it's like obviously then people will think that also, you know? At least I hope you think that. But I think I'm gonna plan to do the hair thing. It's okay. It's okay. B1 fans. I got you. Guitar tuner. Mhm. Even. It's like the most mega deja vu in my life. Yeah, this can't be happening again. Was I holding a car last time? Sorry. I just barely fell off. Here. I barely did that. Come here. Come on. Okay. So the computer camera now? Well, that's the one that's for everything except for what we for everyone YouTube. Right now that's for the Twitch that we are on and the branching one one. And then 95 or the B1. And B1 on there. What do you want? One of them has zero subscribers. It's the one with the subscribers. Turn them off here. See what PM everyone. But yeah. Also, I'm 9 feet tall. Just kidding. Scared. Yeah. Turn up the dream. Really want you to. Something else other than you. So you really came to the 300 and planned to actually polish with that? Or you just did that for clicking? Mine is like, yeah. Wake up into the sun, into the road, center of the road. Doesn't matter different place. Tar, you were just saying to the stars. Of the part of a creation that starts. Just seems to me like, yeah, 300 days might be like a new challenge that nobody's done. So then, well, yeah, I know it's not about that. I'm just saying like different aspects of that. What I'm thinking is that, yeah, it's that. So like people might be interested in checking that out. And also like, I just like, I don't know. I don't. I don't think it's not possible. Like I said, there's probably people who stream 500 days, but just not the whole day. Oh, missed hours on accident. It's like, oh, I died. Oh, some kind of thing. Oh, I lost. Shut it off on the plane. It's not my fault. so well, but I don't know. I don't know how to really check it either. But it's from this room. I feel like it's not gonna be like an issue for the first couple of days, and then like if there's a way to make it better, then it could be the next thing. Okay. happening live or whatever. And then it's like some dude is like gonna be singing until I hit 500 viewers. Just thinking of like, there's so many people doing so many things. And there's also so many people doing absolutely nothing. So it's like, I'm not really doing this. But that was kind of just one way. Like that just makes me kind of depressed. Makes me want to go outside of here rather than turn the lights on. Like the lights, it makes me feel like that because I feel like you wanted dark. Well, why would it be dark if you don't want it? Neither mine. Neither mine. I don't want it to. So they said the tarps weren't blue to sell like the wall tarps or just those ones? Like when the light's coming through them and it's like blue, just like interesting. I wonder if Crips feel more. I mean, Bloods chose to be Bloods because blue makes them feel depressed. too, like by the way, just popped in my head again, but when I was like, so I looked up a bunch of other people's advice on like on engaging with people, or whatever. And one of them says like to clearly define what people are looking at. So like obviously there's twists here and there, but like if you're gonna say like okay, like I'm doing this for this reason and this is the outcome and this is the process, like, you wanna like say that stuff because like so like put it in the bios or even just say it. You know, like well, how often are you going to say it? Like for example, times when well, firstly, not never, right? Like at least once. But like if it's like let's say if it's a live stream, I don't know the exact answer to that. But if it's like a 5 minute video or an average video, you're gonna say like what the video's gonna be about and the steps you're gonna take. Because if somebody's like, even if it's the best video title and everything, like if it doesn't describe what's gonna happen in the video, then people might not want to continue to engage in it. Like that's just like if you're gonna like actually do something like different than any other streamers, which you are, I assume, then you want to make those things like known and like at some point and probably structured, not just like so people get the drift of it along the way, because along the way, like there's not going to be the time to get people there, like at the beginning, sort of thing, or whatever. You know, like if people are looking through the competition of who who's going to get these people's attention, like it's going to the person who can tell the person's attention what it's going to be doing. And like a lot of the things that people like that dude saying, I'm not gonna get off until I get 500 viewers, like at once. That means like if somebody pops in and they know what's going on, it's not just him singing. So they might already be like, oh well, I'm not gonna stay until the end of that video. I don't care to hear him get 500 viewers, but I might care to watch him sing. You know, like the intention of watching the video might be okay. Well, I'm gonna support this guy if he sounds good until the 500 mark. But if he didn't say that, then nobody would stay to that point. So I feel like you should come up with some sort of like idea on how to express things that you're gonna do with this stream more than just an overall length, which well, that doesn't fit. Can't fit everything in your title. Yeah, I'm not saying put it in the title. I'm saying figure out a way how to, like say it on video with the and then like snip it and clip it to be a like a promotional video for what's ongoing sort of thing. there was something too that like you thought would pop up out of all of the things that this is gonna bring that would be spontaneous. You don't need to say anything like that, but like let's say like day 28 pops up and it's like let's say there's only four viewers, you know, and then let's say it's like okay, like day 28 goal, you actually had a goal, like you went to bed the night before and you didn't express it to anybody, but you were just thinking, I'm gonna do this thing tomorrow for the stream, rather than just being streaming and that be the end goal. But like I'm gonna do that for this time, then it's like anyone seeing that is able to just like make the decision right then and there if they want to go to it for that. But obviously, if it's a bigger thing, then it's like like there's so much other things out there that's like like this like a comparison I can say is like you have the chance to drive home from work and stop at McDonald's because it's that convenient. Or if you knew what you were going to cook, or you knew what was being prepared at home, then you would skip all the detours, and you wouldn't do any McDonald's. Like there's a bunch of competition when it comes to viewership, and I know that it's not a competition, but I think like it's like the other people who could be watching don't give a shit about something that's undefined, especially when it comes to like how many different things are defining themselves on ads and other things and everything else. Like if this is digestible information, they're gonna say, yeah, like, is it worth it? And if they ask themselves that and they have a go to, like in my metaphor, like McDonald's, something cheap and quick, they'll probably do that first if given the option. So you have to give them the other option to say like out of these 30 days or out of these 300 days, I plan on doing all of this thing and maybe even give an order in which you're going to do it. If you don't know the order, then they're not going to care to, like maybe figure out the order. And it doesn't need to be everything because it's like if somebody has no order, but they have like, like cool things to come up, then people can like obviously whoever's there will experience it, but whoever's not there isn't gonna have any idea of why they should have been there or why they could have been there because if they wanted to. And then like if there's something like this, like let's say you're like, I'm gonna in this time frame, I'm gonna do so many push-ups, this amount of push-ups. But then like the twist could be that you don't tell them how many other things you're gonna do also, but they have an idea that at least you're gonna be doing that. And instead of it just being like under a vague, like, because first off, people will sign off completely, I think, when it's not being met. If somebody makes a video saying how to, create a Twitch stream and it doesn't answer that, then they're like never, they're not gonna see that video as matching the title and it's not gonna associate in their head and it's gonna make the view, the future view choice is already made. Somebody's gonna say, yeah, that's not thing. That's not what it is. Unless it's something funny like how to get a job, and then it's just like some satire shit. If it's under certain context like that. But if it's like, if you're saying like how to cook mac and cheese, and then you cook mac and cheese and a bunch of other stuff too, and then people might be like, wow, I didn't know that, but I came here because at least it said mac and cheese. And like obviously there's other things that are gonna be you don't need to define them all. Like in doing all these goals, you don't need to define the full end goal because it's gonna be self explanatory. But like to have little steps along the way make it to where the the people who are having so much shooting for their time and attention, they will give a little bit more of their attention if they see that thinking in that manner. You know, I think that's the reason why like that ad with the food on it had no prices. They didn't want somebody to judge off of the price, but they wanted somebody to see the whole menu. Because if somebody was judging off of the price, they'd say, well, my attention, let's say money is attention, my attention is only so much. I don't have the attention to do all that. I only have enough attention for like the dollar menu. And maybe that's already, they already know that shit in their head because, you know, if time and money equal attention in that sense, like where are you going to spend what you have if you think that you only have a little? And there's so many videos that like created platforms that are small on purpose like that, where like the goal that you can have can be massive and good to be a title or something, but it's not going to be a reason for people's, you know, like attention to do that. It's like even when people say do what you love and then somebody's doing something just because of money, it doesn't, you know, like there somewhere or another they got sold on where their choice is going to be, you know, because it meets some criteria within a small frame of time. Not that it's like any better or any more worth it. It just met the criteria. So especially too, if you're trying to have people who are currently populating most of these stream sites to say go over here when they're used to just looking at somebody talk shit about a video game, then it's like they're gonna say, yeah, maybe that's more interesting, but I've already invested so much time into doing this. That's where my attention's spent. And if I alter that energy flow and like go to something else, it has to be worth it. Even if they spend 3 or 4 hours looking at a Twitch stream playing a video game that's not even important. Not that the video game's not important or the dude playing it isn't important, but like that them watching somebody play video games that long isn't important unless they're like doing it just because it's their son or something and they're like he's playing that long so I'm watching that long and they're, you know, even then at that point it'd be like is she really doing her son justice by just watching something that long when she might have her own thing to do, you know what I mean? Like everybody's being competed with when it comes to that. And also too, if it's all these people playing video games, twitching and stuff, and they're like, wow, this dude's doing what we're doing way better. Let's just get off of our Twitch so these 70,000 people don't fucking watch me do nothing. Like, you guys go check this guy out. You know, like you have to see that until that until even those people who know how to drive attention from here to there with the stupidest things most of the time, you know, like until they see that what they're doing isn't actually doing anything, then their people watching aren't going to think that they have anything better to do, especially if they've already done it multiple times. Somebody had multiple choices. They're going to choose the thing they chose before if it comes down to a convenience. There's not anything much more convenient than already be on Twitch. If you're already on Twitch, you're like, yep, look, this dude's on, I did it before. I feel like it goes towards, you know, maybe that's another thing about the light, but I feel like if it doesn't see what it's looking at, then it's gonna just like look at whatever it can see. And I feel like since it keeps going over to that light, it's seeing a face or something when it's just zooming in to see what's up. Also, too, like this has given me a thought of all of these streaming things and all of YouTube shit is like a fish tank. You know, like what, in my opinion, is the best fish tank is like the aquarium or whatever. It's like, why is it any different from a smaller fish tank with cool fish in it? It's like it guides you through and teaches you about everything. It's not just you passively watching it. People don't always go to a fish tank, but they might. I mean, always go to an aquarium, but they might look at the fish tank just because it's similar or something, you know, like. But it doesn't necessarily make it like. Yeah, I just zoomed up randomly into the corner.
Didn't zoom in on me. Oh, I'll fix it.
Like people don't people don't necessarily think that an aquarium is like equivalent to the fish tank, but like if somebody wanted a fish tank personally, they might have, like hours and hours and hours of watching it and just seeing what's happening inside, like, building a relationship with what's on the inside. But there's certain things like a piranha. If you have a piranha in a fish tank, that could be an aggressive Twitch streamer who wants to eat up a goldfish. Like he sees somebody in his video game that resembles a goldfish or something, or like injured, and he eats it up. And then people watch that shit. Some people get piranhas or subscribe to that person just because he's that person. But then it's like, regardless of it just being in a tank, you could have a tank of water that's just a tank of water with maybe some seaweed in it, and it's like that. Somebody could watch that for hours and hours too. But if it's something like I have the urge to just passively watch something, they're gonna do whatever they have done before. And not out of fault to the options not being there, but it's like, how is the options being presented to them? Like if somebody only knew that they like fish swimming and they didn't know about the aquariums, then they'd be watching their fish in their thing, wherever they're at. Like whether it's on TikTok or if it's on YouTube or if it's on somebody's probably streaming a fish tank right now. Like literally a fish tank. So like when you think about it, like if somebody was like, well, I want to watch fish throughout my day,